What if I told you there's a master switch inside your body? A switch that, when flipped, could start reversing chronic pain, brain fog, and even slow down the aging process at a cellular level. As a physician with over 2 decades of experience, I've seen thousands of patients spend fortunes on medications for symptoms, chasing relief in a bottle. But what if the most powerful medicine known to humanity costs nothing, is available to you right now, and has been with you since the day you were born? Today, I'm giving you my 6-step physician's protocol to find and flip that switch. Stay with me. Before we dive in, I want you to make a commitment, not to me, but to yourself. If you believe your body has a profound, innate capacity to heal, I want you to go to the comments section right now and type "I believe." Let's create a powerful current of intention here today, a community of healers, starting with ourselves. And as a small favor to me, please tap that like button. It's a simple click, but it tells the world that this is vital information people need to see. Thanks for joining us here on Voice of Age, a warm space for real talk about life, health, and heart in our later years. Now, let's get started. These aren't just habits. I call them bioresets. Each one is designed to reset a critical system in your body that the stress and convenience of modern life has systematically thrown out of balance. We'll start with the simplest one, but I need you to pay close attention because it's the combination of all 6 that creates a powerful, synergistic effect that can truly transform your health. The last 2 we discuss, in particular, are absolute game changers for managing weight and protecting your precious brain from the threat of cognitive decline. The first bioreset is what I call the cellular wake-up call. It happens the moment your feet hit the floor in the morning. Before the coffee, before you check your phone, before your mind starts racing with the day's to-do list. The very first thing you do is drink a full glass of water. I know it sounds deceptively simple, almost boring, but you'd be wrong to dismiss it. What's happening inside your body overnight is anything but boring. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, you're not just thirsty, you're clinically dehydrated. Your blood has physically thickened. Think of it like motor oil that has grown sludgy in the cold. A landmark study published years ago, and confirmed many times since, show that the risk of heart attack and stroke peaks dramatically between the hours of 6 a.m. and noon. A major contributing factor is that thickened, viscous blood, which forces your heart to pump with incredible strain just to circulate it. You can begin to counteract this life-threatening state in the 30 seconds it takes to drink a glass of water. I recommend 16 to 20 ounces. That's about 2 glasses of room temperature or slightly warm water. Why not cold? Because ice-cold water, first thing, can be a shock to your digestive system, causing it to constrict when you want it to wake up gently. This simple act of rehydration does 3 things immediately. It thins your blood, easing the dangerous workload on your heart. It fires up your metabolism for the day, and it delivers a crucial wave of oxygen straight to your brain, washing away that sleep grogginess far more effectively than caffeine. For an added boost, put a pinch of high-quality sea salt or Himalayan salt in your water. This isn't for flavor. It's to provide trace minerals and electrolytes that help the water get inside your cells, rather than just passing through you. I had a patient, Jim, a 75-year-old retired engineer from Texas, a real no-nonsense kind of guy. He was deeply skeptical. He loved his morning coffee, and the idea of diluting its effect with water seemed absurd. But his blood pressure was creeping up, and he agreed to try it for 3 weeks. After 3 weeks of this simple cellular wake-up call, his borderline high blood pressure readings had dropped an average of 5 points. 5 points, just from water. He came into my office, shook his head, and said, "Doc, I thought my mind was just getting old. Turns out it was just thirsty." Sometimes the most profound solutions are the simplest. The second bioreset is the movement prescription. This is, without a doubt, the most powerful and underprescribed drug in all of America. A 20 to 30-minute brisk walk, preferably taken in the morning sun. Notice I said prescription. This isn't just about meandering or getting some steps in. This is intentional movement with a therapeutic purpose. When you walk briskly, at a pace where you can still hold a conversation, but you couldn't easily sing a song. You're sending a cascade of healing signals to your DNA. First, you're telling your large muscle groups to become more insulin sensitive. This means they get better at pulling sugar out of your bloodstream for energy, which is our #1 defense against type 2 diabetes. Second, by walking in the morning sun, you're allowing your skin to synthesize vitamin D, a critical hormone like vitamin essential for bone density, immune function, and mood regulation. Low vitamin D is strongly linked to seasonal depression and a weakened immune response. But here is the absolute kicker, the pattern erupt that should make everyone sit up and listen. A groundbreaking study published in the esteemed journal Neurology took a group of older adults with mild cognitive impairment and had them do nothing more than brisk walking for a year. The results were astonishing. They didn't just slow down cognitive decline. They actually reversed age-related shrinkage in the hippocampus, the brain's memory and learning center. Let me repeat that because it's that important. They grew a younger brain. Think about that. You have the power to physically rebuild the part of your brain responsible for memories, for remembering names, for learning new things, simply by walking with purpose. Margaret, a 78-year-old former teacher from Ohio, came to me distressed by her increasing senior moments. She felt her world shrinking. We put her on this simple movement prescription. It was tough at first, but within 6 months, she wasn't just remembering her grocery list. She was leading her local book club discussions with a clarity and confidence she hadn't felt in years. If you think it's too late to change your brain, I am here as a physician to tell you that you are wrong. If you found that fact about the hippocampus as amazing as I do, please hit that subscribe button. We are just getting started on this journey of rediscovery. Our third bioreset is the nervous system reset. Modern life, with its constant notifications, 24-hour news cycles, and endless pressures, has our foot slammed on the body's gas pedal. This activates the sympathetic nervous system, also known as the fight or flight response. This system floods our body with cortisol, the primary stress hormone. While useful in a true emergency, chronic elevation of cortisol is a disaster. It causes stubborn belly fat, anxiety, insomnia, and dangerously high blood pressure. But here is the good news. You have a brake pedal. A powerful one. It's a massive nerve that runs from your brainstem down to your abdomen called the vagus nerve. I call it the body's superhighway of calm. And you activate it consciously with your breath. For just 5 minutes a day, I want to prescribe a technique used by everyone from Navy SEALs to Zen monks. It's called box breathing. It's incredibly simple. Find a quiet place to sit. Gently inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Hold the breath at the top for a count of 4. Slowly exhale through your mouth for a count of 4. And hold the breath at the bottom for a count of 4. That's 1 cycle. Repeat this for 5 minutes. What is happening physiologically? This rhythmic, controlled breathing tells your vagus nerve that you are safe. It signals the parasympathetic or rest and repair system to take over. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, and your digestive system relaxes. But here's the pattern erupt. Researchers at the University of Arizona found that just 5 minutes of this type of mindful breathing can lower your active cortisol levels by over 20%. That's a more powerful short-term effect on anxiety than some medications. You are literally breathing away the chemical drivers of stress and inflammation. This single practice helped my patient David, a 68-year-old former CEO who was living on stress, finally get off one of his blood pressure medications. What if the key to calm wasn't in a pill bottle, but waiting in your own lungs? Okay, our fourth bioreset. This one might sound a little crazy at first, but I ask you to trust the science because it's undeniable. I call it cold thermogenesis, or more simply, the 30-second shock. At the end of your normal warm shower, I want you to turn the temperature to cold and stand under it for just 30 seconds. I'm not asking for an ice bath or a polar plunge. Just 30 seconds. Why on earth would you do this? This is not about punishment. It is about powerful biological activation. This brief, intense cold shock triggers a process called hormesis. The idea that a small, controlled stressor makes the entire system stronger and more resilient. The cold water causes an immediate flood of a neurotransmitter called norepinephrine. This powerful hormone does two amazing things. It dramatically reduces inflammation throughout the body, and it acts as a natural antidepressant, elevating your mood and sharpening your focus. But the really exciting part is what it does to your fat. Yes, your fat. The cold shock activates something called brown adipose tissue, BAT, or brown fat. Here's the pattern interrupt. You have two main types of fat. White fat, which is the stuff we dislike, stores energy. But brown fat is a metabolic furnace. Its primary job is to burn energy to create heat. A landmark 2014 study in the journal Diabetes revealed that regular exposure to cold could significantly increase the activity and volume of this metabolically active brown fat. This helps improve blood sugar control, increases your resting metabolism, and burns extra calories all day long. You are literally building a better, more efficient engine inside your own body. My patient Susan, a wonderful woman who suffered from debilitating morning arthritis in her hands and knees, told me this 30-second ritual did more for her joint pain and stiffness than any cream or pill she'd ever tried. We are about to cover the final two resets, which are arguably the most critical for long-term weight management and brain health. If you're getting value from this physician's protocol, I'd ask you to do one small thing. Share this video with one person you care about right now. Let's spread this knowledge. Now, let's get to number 5. This is BioReset number 5, the Digestive Reset. This is a more recent addition to my core protocol, and it has become absolutely non-negotiable in my practice. The average American now eats for roughly 15 hours a day. Think about it. The first coffee with creamer or sugar around 7 a.m., and the last handful of nuts, bowl of ice cream, or glass of wine around 10 p.m. This means your digestive system never gets a real break. It is constantly working. Here is a fundamental biological truth. Your body cannot effectively digest and repair at the same time. It has to choose. By implementing a simple 12-hour fast, you give your body a dedicated window of time to switch from digesting mode to repair mode. This triggers a profound cellular cleaning process called autophagy. This is your pattern interrupt. Autophagy, a term that won its discoverer a Nobel Prize, literally means self-eating. Think of it as your body's internal, highly intelligent cleanup crew. During this state, your cells identify old, damaged, or dysfunctional components, like misfolded proteins that can lead to disease, and recycle them into new, healthy parts. This process is heavily linked to longevity, enhanced immune function, and cancer prevention. But here is the critical catch. Autophagy only ramps up significantly when your body is in a fasted state, free from the work of digestion. A 12-hour window is the absolute minimum to begin reaping these incredible benefits. This is easier than it sounds. It simply means you finish your last meal of the day by, say, 7 p.m., and you don't eat again until 7 a.m. the next morning. That's it. You're asleep for most of it. Michael, a 65-year-old patient of mine, reversed his pre-diabetic blood sugar levels in just 4 months by doing nothing more than closing his eating window. No complex diet plan, no counting calories. He just stopped eating after dinner. That is the power of giving your body the time it was designed to have to heal itself. Finally, we arrive at the 6th BioReset, the anchor that holds all the others in place, the circadian lock-in. This means going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day. Yes, even on weekends. This might be the most violated health rule in modern society, and it's doing catastrophic damage. Your body runs on an internal 24-hour clock called the circadian rhythm. This clock dictates the release of hormones, regulates body temperature, and controls your sleep-wake cycle. When you have an inconsistent schedule, it's like that. But here is the most important reason to do this. During the deepest stages of your sleep, your brain initiates a remarkable power wash cycle. It's called the glymphatic system. It uses cerebrospinal fluid to flush out metabolic waste and toxins that have accumulated in the brain during your waking hours. Now, for the final, most critical pattern interrupt of our entire discussion. One of the main toxic proteins this system flushes out is called amyloid beta. That name should sound terrifyingly familiar. It is the primary component of the plaque found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. A shocking study in the journal Nature showed that just one single night of poor or inconsistent sleep can disrupt this vital cleaning process, allowing these neurotoxins to remain. You are literally, on a nightly basis, either washing your brain clean or letting these dangerous plaques build up. The choice is yours, and it is made through consistency. My patient Brenda, a retired nurse, was convinced her constant fatigue was just an unavoidable part of getting old. She had accepted it. We worked to establish a firm 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. sleep schedule for her, 7 days a week. It took about 2 weeks for her body to adjust, but the results were stunning. She told me she had more energy than she'd had in a decade, and her mind felt sharper and clearer. What's your non-negotiable bedtime? I want you to declare it in the comments to make a public commitment to the long-term health of your brain. So there you have it. The 6 bioresets point 1, the cellular wake-up call point 2, the movement prescription point 3, the nervous system reset point 4, cold thermogenesis point 5, the digestive reset, and 6, the circadian lock-in. Individually, each of these is powerful. But when you practice them together, they create a beautiful symphony of healing. They send a single, unified signal to every cell in your body that says, it's time to repair. It's time to rebuild. It's time to thrive. You now have a protocol. You are the physician of your own future. The greatest power to heal lies not in a prescription bottle, but in your own daily choices. My question to you is this: which single bioreset will you commit to starting tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. Your journey will inspire countless others who read it. Thank you for your valuable time. I'm Dr. Robert Sterling. Here's to your health.